And with the metal out the way, let's move on into the next track, everyone. Welcome back. And I am saying welcome back because I knew you were just here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next track. Gary Numan, Pleasure Principle, Complex, which was one of my favorite levels in GoldenEye. Remember the N64 and the GoldenEye Perfect Dark kind of thing? Because I think Perfect Dark came out a little bit after GoldenEye, but I believe it ran on the same engine. I never really got into Perfect Dark, but I did play a lot of GoldenEye. Complex, but I really like the snow level, Hoth. I know it's not Hoth, but whatever the snow level was, I think it's the third level in the game, or the second one, because I liked that area that you could just kind of walk around and you didn't have to do the mission, you could just walk around and I would just continually shoot people. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on into the track. We'll talk about it after. Well, let's go. That's violin. That is cool.
They won't come back. You know it's always the same. And they're sure to forget. Saying everyone
Like that
lies.
drifty, phasey kind of sound here. I like that electric string section.
So I'm down to this. I'm down to walking on air. And you're here by my side. With all your waving and smiles. Please keep them away. Don't let them touch me. Please don't let them lie. Don't let them see me.
What a cute little song. That was great. Okay, I didn't really look at the track list, really, but looking at it now, I mean, I guess, yeah, there's a lot of short songs on here. There's one that's 7 minutes, but everything else is kind of in the 3 to 4 minute range for the most part. How much you're getting out of a 3 minute track? Yeah, 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Okay, obviously the standout on this one is the violin, which is such a cool sound amongst the synths and these electronic instruments going on. That is so cool. I really, really enjoyed that, especially how it takes lead, because this song takes and pulls everything back. It's slower. It kind of packs a little bit more of an emotional punch. It sets you upon this kind of interesting drift. There was one moment in here that the like a phasing kind of sound is coming in and out, like, and the way that it has like an effect on it, and that's why I said it was like phasing in and out. but it just makes this very emotional. But I love the violin here. Now, here's the interesting thing that maybe you guys can help me out with. I do see here on the personnel list for the album that Billy Currie is here on violin, but he's only credited on the tracks and conversation. So at least that's what it says on Wikipedia. I don't see anywhere for this particular track, Complex, that it says who's playing the violin. Like in my head, I'm like, well, it has to be Billy, but he's not credited, at least from what I'm seeing on Wikipedia. So perhaps that's a little bit left in the air. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, once again, we're getting layers upon layers of great instrumentation. You have the little sprinkling of piano in there as well, just playing a dainty little melody. Like there's something very beautiful about it. We got to get into the lyrics because there may be a relation. I gotta look at it. Let's look at it now. Why wait? They won't come back. You know it's always the same, and they're sure to forget, saying everyone lies. So I'm down to this. I'm down to walking on air, and you're here by my side with all your waving and smiles. Please keep them away. Don't let them touch me. Please don't let them lie. Don't let them see me. So obviously, from whatever perspective we're talking from, this character is trying to get away from someone, something, hide away from someone, something. It could relate to the previous track Metal, whereas that character was trying to disconnect that robot, I believe, was trying to disconnect. So you could make the connection that this is kind of furthering that theme, perhaps that even story of this character trying to hide away from the sources that it's left, perhaps. And maybe in a sense, you could even look at this as kind of a love song. I'm down to walking on air, and you're here by my side with all your waving and smiles. Where before in the last line, you did make mention of the confusion between love and need. I don't know. I don't know if there's actually a connection, or if, maybe I'm just kind of, maybe I'm reaching. Sometimes I'm reaching, But regardless, it sounds absolutely beautiful. Now, looking on the Wikipedia page for this, it says the recording's backing track uses conventional acoustic drums, piano, bass. However, the distinctive lead parts are performed on violin, viola, and heavily flanged and reverberated analog monosynth. An unusual combination in popular music. But what a brilliant combination it is. It's a great drink. It's a great little cocktail, huh? Lyrically, the song alludes to a psychological complex expressing a paranoia that might have been directed at critics, fans, stalkers, or false friends, depending on one's point of view. I guess I could see that. I mean, it's kind of vague, so that really depends on your point of view, because you could truly read that in really any way and apply it to pretty much anything. Now, I'm looking at what actually Gary Numan said about it, and he says, complex is more personal and describes a situation where a girlfriend had let me down. It also has another entirely separate theme about the fickleness of fans. When I wrote the song, I was not successful, but I was beginning to see small signs. Complex voiced my early concerns about the way fans can come and go sometime before I actually had any. So there it is from the creator himself. Anyways, once again, a brilliant track. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you as always for being here. Come on back tomorrow. And I'll see you then, guys. Bye.